Hey everyone, Andy here. I thought I'd share with you my recent experience in trying to convert paper I-bonds into electronic form. Let's back up briefly and talk about what I-bonds are and why this is a current topic. Well, I-bonds are bonds issued by the U.S. government. They come from the Department of Treasury, and they are sort of like savings accounts in that you're guaranteed to not lose money. However much you put in, you will get back at least that much. Plus, you'll get some guaranteed rate of interest. And currently, that rate of interest is like 7.12% per year, guaranteed, which is quite high. Now, the interest rates change every 6 months. They're re-announced on every May 1st and November 1st, and they reset based on what the actual inflation is at the time. So the most recent rate was changed back in November 1st, 2021. It'll be reset again on May 1st, 2022, based on whatever the actual 6 months of inflation are up till then. Now, at the rate we're going, it looks like the new rate announced in May actually be somewhat higher than the current 7+%. But we'll see. Remains to be seen. So that's the upside. These bonds guaranteed to not lose money and pay you some currently fairly high guaranteed rate of interest. The downside, there's a few. One is when you put money in, you cannot redeem that money at all for the first 12 months after purchase. It is hard locked up. And then if you redeem between 1 year and 5 years, there'll be a fairly small penalty. You'll have to forego the most recent 3 months of interest. So that's not too much of a sting. That shouldn't really stop people from potentially using I-bonds, but that initial 12-month hard lockup is you definitely have to take that into account. The other big drawback is that you can only purchase up to $10,000 per year per person. Now, if you're married, you and your spouse can buy up to $10,000 per year. There's some other ways, like if you have trusts and that trust has its own taxpayer ID, that trust can additionally buy $10,000 per person. Or if you own a business and that business has its own tax ID, that business can buy $10,000 per year. One other little wrinkle is you can use up to $5,000 of your tax return refund, if you have a refund, to buy up to $5,000 of I-bonds. In addition to the $10,000 per year you can otherwise buy yourself. Now, when you buy I-bonds normally, not through your tax return, when you buy them normally, they only exist in electronic form. You can only buy them and redeem them to and from treasurydirect.gov, through the government directly. You can't buy them at banks. You can't buy them through brokerages. It's you directly buying them from Treasury Direct, all electronic. If and when you buy I-bonds through your tax return refund, different story. You only get them in paper form. You will get actual paper certificates, paper bonds mailed to you. So now what do you do with them? Well, you can keep them as paper bonds and eventually cash them out, or there's a process to get them converted to have them reflected into your electronic treasurydirect.gov account. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. So I have some I-bonds. I already have a Treasury Direct account set up. I bought $2,500 of additional I-bonds with my most recent tax return, my 2021 tax return refund, and lo and behold, I got paper bonds in the mail. Now I was expecting I'd get 2 or 3 individual bonds. I got 9. They said 9. The denominations are weird. I got 2 different $1,000 ones, one for $200 and 6 for $50. Go figure. I don't know why I did them that way. But here's a quick little. Took photocopies of it, and yes, I did have to redact out the serial numbers because when I did this video originally a little bit ago, I did not redact those numbers, and after I looked at the video, I was like, wow, you can actually zoom in and read them, so let me not do that. So anyway, the process took it fairly straightforward. You get your paper bonds in the mail. Then you go to treasurydirect.gov, and there's under manage my account link. There's instructions online. Just Google it to come up really quick. I'll share a link in the notes here how to do it. But you go in there and you in effect, you create a sub-account to your main account, and that sub-account is called a conversion-linked account. Super easy to do. You can do it in like 20 seconds. Once you have that conversion-linked account open and set up, then you manually add in all the different paper bonds you want to convert. You do have to type in the serial numbers, the issuance dates, the issuance size. So in my case, $1,000, $200, $50, and the series, which is Series I in this case for I-bonds. You have to do that one by one, and then you in effect add them to your cart. They literally call it a cart. It's like adding something on Amazon. So after you add all your bonds, in my case it was 9, you then review the cart. I have 9 bonds in my cart, and there's a button to press to create what they call a quote-unquote manifest. That manifest is nothing more than a PDF you can print off that details all 9 of those bonds. It'll have the serial numbers, the issuance sizes, etc. All you do at that point, you take that manifest, sign it, and you mail that manifest in with your original bonds, and you do not sign the back of your bonds. You leave them as they are. You mail in your bonds and the manifest to the address shown on the manifest, and that's it. Then you sit back and wait. Now what I did prior to sending the bonds in the mail and hoping they get to where they're going, I did take photocopies of my bonds. Again, here's my 9 bonds. I took photocopies just in case, and I can clearly read all the serial numbers and stuff. Mailed it in, and then kind of sit and wait. Now there is a little thing you can print off when you're inside Treasury Direct that walks you through the steps. It says after you submit it, you will not receive a notification when we receive your bonds or when the conversion process is complete. However, you may check the status of your bonds at any time using your Treasury Direct account, blah, blah, blah. And the statuses it'll give you is in progress, pending, returned, not received, canceled, or converted. So what I'm hoping for is, I'm assuming it'll be a few weeks after I mailed them, which I mailed this morning through FedEx, something with tracking on it. I'm hoping in a few weeks they'll show up as converted. These bonds will now reside in my electronic Treasury Direct account alongside the other bonds I purchased directly through Treasury Direct. And that'll be it. So if anything does not go according to plan, I'll be sure to let you all know so you can hopefully avoid whatever steps I did or didn't do. But here's hoping everything goes smoothly. So far, it's been a pretty straightforward process to start this conversion. Well, that's it. Hope you found this helpful. Take care.